I got diagnosed February '09. I was 37, not even old enough to get my mammogram yet. You get a mammogram at 40. Found a lump in the bathtub. Went and had it checked out. My first test came back negative. 48 hours later, they called me at work to tell me I had breast cancer. And all that day I cried all day. The next morning I woke up, I put it in my mind, I'm not gonna let cancer beat me, I'm gonna beat it. So I kept a positive attitude all the way through. I worked full time all the way through my radiation and chemotherapy. I was tired, sick, nauseated, but I knew I needed to keep going to beat it. Because if I stopped, it might take over. So that wasn't an option. Then I met one lady, and she was a little bit older than I, and she had come into my job. I'm a nurse, and she had basically given up. She didn't want treatment. She was just going to give up. So I went in her room, and at that time I was still in treatment. So I took my wig off, and to her surprise, no hair, just like you. And I explained to her, and we in fact had the same cancer. And I told her if she had kids or grandchildren, if she didn't want to fight for herself, then at least fight for them. She left and went back to treatment. She never came back, so I'm assuming she beat it. I met another lady. She was in her 70s. She was a 25-year survivor. And I always got nervous when it was time for my mammogram. And she told me, well, you have no control of if and when it comes back. All you can do is live. She went on to tell me she had a wonderful husband who was deceased, great kids and beautiful grandchildren, and she lived, and there she was. So I don't worry anymore. I just go. I live. I live every day like it's my last. Chemotherapy was hard. I lost all my hair after the first treatment, and it was just kind of... Then you're sick all the time, and you're there for hours. My first round of chemo, I did 3-hour treatments. My second round, I did 5-hour treatments. And then I had to have a port put in, and then the port taken out because my veins weren't strong enough to handle it through my veins. But chemo is the hardest part. I had wonderful care. I talk about it all the time. I had great doctors. I was blessed because even after the day after surgery, my surgeon had went out of town, and I kept telling my nurse something was wrong, and the resident finally comes down. He said, we gotta get her back to surgery, and this was just a resident. I had thrown a blood clot in my chest and was bleeding internally, so and here I am. Here I am. So yeah, I got great care.